Hello.
Welcome back to the Beerman blog.
It's Saturday.
It's a lazy Saturday, in case you can't tell by the way we're just hanging out on the couch.
Any other Saturday?
Like any other Saturday.
Hey, we cleaned. We did all the laundry. Fresh sheets on the bed. Fresh pillowcases on the bed. You know, pretty good. We got some stuff done.
But we got our weekly update that we're gonna do.
Yep. And in our weekly update.
Well, our weekly rant. I guess this is the weekly rant update.
Rants, updates,
all that stuff. So yes.
So we have one major bone to pick this week, and we have two sides of the story. We have a rant side, and we have a rave side.
Okay.
Okay. So we got our first energy bill here at our new apartment. Guessing that the way it cycled for us, billing period goes from the 15th to the 15th or whatever. So we moved in on the 1st. Our first bill was $60 from the 1st to the 15th.
That was like 70.
If you pay it late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the late pay. Okay.
Yeah, it's 60 something plus if you pay it after a certain date, it's 71 something.
Oh.
But so that was great. Like A+. Good news for the week, because otherwise, financially, this week has been, well, the last couple weeks have been kind of like sticker shock, I guess you could say. I've had some medical tests recently, and the one was a pathology test that they're charging me $200 for. Apparently, my pathology, it was such an intense report that it cost $200 to do it, because the lab benefit on our insurance it applies to deductible first. So then I have to have surgery, or they classify it as a surgery in a couple weeks, and I owe the rest of my deductible for that. So when I go to my surgery in 2 weeks, I have to pay $500. But nothing can compare to the sticker shock we had this week. At our previous place, you guys know, it was old. That's, 35, 45, almost 45 years old place. Now, I'm not saying that the appliances, or the electric, or the air conditioner was 45 years old. But it wasn't efficient, let's put it that way. So we've been on budget billing for the last year. We had budget billing in Iowa, had no issues at all. For those of you who don't know, budget billing is basically supposed to be reflective of what the last year of energy usage was, and they divide that, amongst 12 months to give you kind of a budget amount to expect. So you're not getting a surprise bill every month.
Your bill's not fluctuating every month. It's trying to stay around the same price every month. And they're supposed to review it every so often and say, oh, you used a little bit more in this past 3 months, so we're going to raise how much you pay us. Or if you use less, you're going to lower it. Right. That's what's supposed to happen.
Right. And when we originally moved, they started our budget billing at $132 a month, which was a little bit higher than Iowa, but I'm like, okay, considering Florida's so high, yeah, I would expect it, to be a little bit more, right? So after our first and only review of our bill, it went up to $204, another $70. I'm just trying to figure out I occasionally will look at the energy usage and I'm like, I just don't understand how it's so much more than it was the previous year. And I'm just thinking, did our previous tenant never use the upstairs at all? Or what was it? Because, the downstairs was livable at 75, 76 degrees. But upstairs, where my computer was for work, it generally got super hot by 11 and was hot the rest of the afternoon. I mean, unbearably hot. So, anyway, we get our final bill, which I believe ended up being for 45 days. Plus whatever over we went budget for the year. It was $2,070.
What was the actual final bill usage before the settle up?
300 something.
300 some dollars of usage for the month. And then they tacked on the rest. It's what we owed, but the budget billing is supposed to make it so you don't have a gigantic settle up at the end of the year. You're not supposed to be paying $2,000 at the end of the year. I don't see how you're supposed to catch up. Yes, the old apartment, the insulation or whatever was bad. The first couple months we lived there, the intake was not working right. Whatever the heck it was.
Well, the besides when we had the
because it froze something,
Yeah.
and then the air conditioner wasn't cooling at all, and they came in and they had to fix something there, and they had to change the filter, which was filthy. And it's like, why didn't that get changed before we moved in?
Right. And looking back at it now, we had one maintenance man consistently the entire time we were there.
Yes.
And that was all.
They burned through I don't know how many assistants for that poor guy.
Yeah.
And
so when they actually had help for him, they only lasted a couple weeks. Otherwise, I think they brought in temporary people occasionally, but yeah, he was a busy man. He was a busy man. So, yeah, so I opened my email and it says $2,070. I'm like, oh gosh. So they're gonna have to accept payments. We don't have a Swiss bank account with thousands and thousands of dollars in it. But that is our rant for this week. So if you're on budget billing and you're not familiar, like I said, this is a new company for us. If you're not familiar with how your plan is set up, you make sure you're looking at your bills, making sure they're reviewing it more than once a year.
If you have the energy company that starts with the letter D, I've heard bad things, and apparently, yeah, some of them are true. If you live in Florida and your power company begins with the letter D, yes.
Yes, but so we're hopeful that the bill that we got for our current place, I mean, if you double it, it's 120. If it goes between 120 and 150,
that would be very reasonable.
Very
for
reasonable.
prices.
Yes. And for the most part, we have been able to keep the thermostat at about 78. There are some times near the afternoon when I will turn it down for like an hour to 76 or 75 at the lowest. But it's only for an hour.
So that's the entire big, huge rant of the week?
Yeah.
I mean,
I wish I had, there's something I would really love to rant about, but unfortunately, what I would be saying could probably affect my job negatively.
Well, my other sort of rant is usually when you increase your deductible on your car insurance, it helps lower your payment. I've been paying for every 6 months because it's way cheaper than paying per month, but still expensive. I was talking to our insurance people, and it's like, is there a way we can get it lower? And it's like, well, I wouldn't lower this. You got good coverage. Let's see what happens when we raise your deductible to $1,000. And I was like, we looked at that already, and it doesn't do much. And she looked at it again. She's like, yeah, it only saves you $70 over 6 months.
Yeah.
And $1,500 deductible only lowers it like another $10-$20 more than that. So like $90 a month, or not even a month. That's over 6 months, $90.
Right.
So I was like, just leave it at $500.
I'd rather pay $90 more premium than
get a wreck and have $1,500.
Right, exactly. So
not a huge rant, but after I guess my other rant is I'm finding about all these other prices just at this moment for her stuff, medical, but that's also unavoidable. So she needs it done, but I wasn't expecting it to be that high a price.
No. Unfortunately, with the at least they're doing it in the office, the surgery. So it would be a lot more if it was in a facility.
Yeah,
we
that's
actually
true.
go to a surgery center to have it done, which is just fine. So, and then we have that's it's always kind of crappy when all the bills just either come at once or
I
all the
knew
surprise
this was
bills.
going to happen when we moved. We were going to be hit very hard, and if we can get past this next month, apparently I thought it was just going to be like the first whole moving in month. But apparently I have to get past this next month as well. Then maybe we'll still be above water and be able to live for the next year.
And hopefully I get good news from work this week. I have a request for, or interviewed for pretty much the same job just in a different department that hopefully will be able to meet my meet or exceed would be nice. My salary expectations, that would be nice. So I've been waiting for a job offer that I have more or less been guaranteed because my new boss is already talking to my old boss about the transition plan. In my current job, I've been told by some people that I may not be as valuable to be considered for any other position within my team. And then I have this other team that basically I've worked with on the side for the last 2 years, and they're like, that's absolutely not true. So it's nice when you have people who see your value. It's a shame that it's not the people you've been working with for 13 years. It's people you've been working with for 2. So, oh well. So hopefully we'll have some good news soon. As our ranting about money, we did book in advance before we moved. Mark's birthday staycation is this weekend, so we're staying 2 nights at the Royal. I keep saying Royal Pacific. Oh no, I said it right.
It is the Royal Pacific.
I said it right this time. We're staying for 2 nights over at the Royal Pacific Hotel. We're looking forward to that. You know, it's a different hotel for us. So next week we won't have a rants and raves. I think what we will do is do intermittent, probably live videos, possibly from the resort, just so you can see, or we might just do a tour and edit it later. So, you know, it's when you're living in the Orlando bubble, there's already way too many vloggers doing the same stuff. You know, Disney and Universal, and there's, you know, lots of things to do outside of Florida, or outside of Disney and Universal in Florida. And we did an airboat tour, but we just enjoyed that. You know, we didn't film it, and we're not aiming to be professional vloggers. We're not aiming.
Says you.
Okay. Oh, I guess I don't want to be a professional vlogger. I want to enjoy.
Well, I would just like to have a little bit of an audience. I don't need, 2 million subscribers. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. But you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
And, I'm trying to find stuff people want to watch. So I just like making the videos, and I hope people like them. That's all my thing.
Yes, we like to rant to a camera because there's nobody else.
It's therapeutic.
It's therapeutic. But I have heard from some friends who watched our videos and think we're funny.
And yes, old friends can watch and be like, "Yep."
Yeah, I guess that's it. It's just not been nobody's made me real mad this week. I did get really irritated yesterday. We went to the grocery store, and our grocery store is it's in a strip mall. So we have a Target. We went to Target, and then there's the grocery store. Now, interesting fact is, it is actually 10 degrees plus warmer in the Midwest than it is here right now. So Iowa and Nebraska, like 100 degrees. Or barely hit 90. But anyway, it's hot. When you leave the grocery store with frozen items, you want to get in your car with those frozen items and leave and get home as soon as possible. So yesterday, walking down the parking lot from the grocery store, and this kid stops me and he says, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you like kids?" And I'm like, and I'd seen this, it was a whole group of kids, so I knew they were trying to fundraise for something. But instead of standing in front of a store, they were literally stopping people in the middle of a parking lot. Just the stupidest thing. Anyway, be in a safe spot. Anyway.
Well, I'm sure they probably actually couldn't be in front of the store because I'm sure the store had a thing.
Yeah,
and that could be like out in the parking lot, so they could legally or
Yeah, that's possible.
Do what they were doing and not get in trouble with anyone in the strip mall area.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that because in Florida or in Des Moines or Iowa or Nebraska, they stand right in front of the store. You go to Sam's Club, you have Girl Scouts, buy our Girl Scout cookies. Boy Scouts, buy our popcorn. So this was like having just somebody stop and accost you in the middle of a parking lot where there's already 10,000 cars and people who don't know how to drive. So that's just an accident waiting to happen. But he stops, Mark keeps walking, and so I'm like, he asked me a question. I said, well, just a second, I have to give this cart's my husband to put in the car because it has frozen stuff in it. And I started to walk away, and didn't even occur to me, but I heard him say, "Oh, okay then," and I'm like, "Oh, good." He thought I was just ignoring him, walking away. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, because I don't want to be rude, but I don't know how to get out of those situations comfortably. So that's why I don't like having like the cable person or the phone people in Sam's Club. Because I'm like, I just avoid that aisle.
Well, now it's easy to avoid those people like at, well, not Sam's Club, but at Walmart.
Yeah.
Because they're Spectrum people. So all you gotta do is, sorry, I live in an apartment and we can't get Spectrum.
But anyway, so yeah, I guess that was all that irritated me this week. Like I said, work is always irritating. There's always these moments at work where you're just like, if I could jump up and down and scream and yell the F word, I would do it more often than I do. But we live in an apartment. Plus, I also have a good friend who at work I have a couple of really good friends. So, when it gets bad, we'll take our 15-minute break, and actually we just call each other on our cell phone. So technically we're, not working, we're on break, and we're taking that time to talk to each other. So, anyway, that's all I have for this week. Because I don't want to do a full video on this, because I think it would be a short video, it would be a lame video. But let's just say this: we decided to try a new flavor of Bluebell.
Yeah, it's Bluebell. It's It's like their newest flavor they came out with for like ice cream month or ice cream day or something.
Yes, it's oatmeal cream pie.
Oatmeal cream pie. It's really good.
It's really good. Yep.
The end.
The end. And if you don't have blue, well, I mean, because we've done a couple ice cream videos in the past. That's why I said we're not going to do a video.
Oh yeah, we didn't do a whole tasting of it because we already we got to try it. And we tried it. Yep. We'd be like, okay, now we're going to open it up and try it out.
And look at this inside.
I mean, we've done that with the
grape poupon.
Grape poupon.
Oh, I think you got my look down. That's great.
But, yeah.
I'm never doing that ice cream again.
No, there's no reason to.
Although we should, next time your sister comes, I think we should make her try it. Since she's the one who's like, oh yeah, that looks very interesting.
Well, I saw that same brand has hot honey now.
Yeah.
No. Sorry, we're not trying it. And we don't get that in Iowa, so everyone back in Iowa, you're missing out on oatmeal cream pie flavor. I mean, you probably get all those little Debbie flavors that we haven't tried, but...
Well, plus they have Blue Bunny and Anderson Erickson, so they might have...
we get Blue Bunny down here. We just gotta go to Walmart to get it.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
But there's so many different ice creams. That's, I guess, sort of a rant. Since Tillamook came, it cut half of the shelf space for Bluebell.
Well, I don't think Tillamook ice cream is new.
No, but it wasn't in the stores when we first moved here, and then it came into the stores, and it's taken up so much shelf space. And Blue Bunny doesn't have as much shelf space either, because they want Tillamook ice cream. And I guess my big rant is, where's the no sugar added ice cream at Bluebell? I've been looking for it. I can't find it. It used to be there. And I can understand you're maybe not making much of it, or it's behind schedule or whatever, but...
I'm wondering if maybe they're just not selling it, so the store stopped ordering it. So I wonder if we could do the same thing at Publix that we did at Fairway. When we tell them we want something, they would order it. Or not Fairway.
Every store?
Eh.
All the no sugar stuff seems to sell pretty quickly from what I've seen. I mean, even the light, they get Bluebell Light every once in a while. That sells. It's gone after,
10 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, it is very hard to find. Yeah, the Bluebell was, their vanilla, no sugar added was pretty good.
Yes.
I mean, and we understand that there's other flavor, or other ice cream companies that make no sugar added. But that, like I said, that is a perfectly good brand, because when you find an ice cream that tastes good and it's low calorie or less calorie, you want to get it again, and you can never find it after that. Yeah.
Okay, the Bluebell no sugar added is a very good substitute for, now I can't even think, Halo Top. It actually was very close in calories and all the other macros, like protein, fat, and everything else. They were both really close together, and it's $7 for a whole gallon, or $4 for a little tiny...
A fourth of a gallon, I think. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so next week, I'm not sure what videos you'll get. You'll probably see us from the Royal Pacific. We're going to show you some things about the resort. We're going to the luau, but I don't know that we're going to probably tape that, but we'd love to give you our thoughts on the luau.
We will give thoughts about the luau, yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe I'll film some B-roll or something. Who knows?
Well, at this point, I think everything we do is B-roll. Which is funny because growing up, I liked all those B movies that nobody ever heard of. Or if anybody heard them, it was very rare that people heard of them. Like the stuff that was on USA Up All Night.
Oh, yeah.
Like Hamburger the Motion Picture and Hot Dog and those are the two that just spring to mind.
But see, if we get more viewers and more subscribers and we can go live and people can watch this live, see? So we need to get more viewers and more subscribers.
Okay. So what does that mean for you?
Spread the word, number one. Number two, like, subscribe, throw some comments down. You know, we can reply to comments.
Yeah. And the only people who can't comment are our kids. Yeah, you probably think we're cringe. But
they can still reply.
Nah.
But they're not going to do it publicly. They're just going to send us our text message on the phone.
Your video
really
sucked.
Really, Dad?
Yeah. Cringe. Yeah. Bra. It's my favorite. Bra. So, which we'll probably hear a lot of when Kylie comes back in, I think, 10 days.
Bra.
So she'll be back and she'll be unpacking her room and school starts on the 10th. So, anyway, so remember, like, subscribe, tell your friends about the dorks in Florida. Janie, thank you for telling Sam. Sam, thank you for watching and laughing your butt off.
Ring the little bell thing, or hit the bell. I guess you're not really ringing a bell. You're just pushing a button. And
you'll get notified when we go live, when we post a new video. Well, that's enough from this lazy Saturday. And I'm getting a haircut tomorrow.
For what?
For that. They're gonna cut off the dog tail at the back. It's a trend. Hey, you have short hair, okay?
Yes.
You know why you get yours cut?
Because I don't want the long hair.
Uh-huh. And I don't want this long hair here in the back.
Okay.
So, yes, it needs to be trimmed and neatened up.
All right.
And it's been 3 months since I got a haircut.
Really?
Yes.
Your hair grows slow.
It does. It does. I don't know how our kids got so much hair. Has to be from you.
It's from me, because I gotta get a haircut every month or else it's gonna get all gross. Mm-hmm. Subscribe, like, ring the bell, hit the bell, comment if you want. And until next time, sometime next week, we're gonna put more videos out.
Yep. So stay out of trouble.